Welcome to the Caffeinated Couple podcast with your hosts, Mark and Lisa. Oh, what are you having? I'm gonna have a double shot espresso. You want a latte? All right, let's get caffeinated. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Halloween podcast.
Hi, everyone.
We're all kind of feeling the Halloween vibe today. We've dressed up specially to do a YouTube video of our podcast.
I was forced into this, totally out of my comfort zone.
But you look great.
Yeah.
What a costume. So our costumes are actual things that we found around the house. So we didn't go out to the store to buy our costumes for this, which is fantastic. It just makes me so happy that we actually didn't do that. That's part of our minimalizing and purging efforts. So I am wearing a hat that I made from yoga mats and some welding glasses from Canadian Tire. Yeah, so we did this maybe a few years ago now. It was craft day, and
He was feeling inspired.
Yeah, I don't know how I got into steampunk. I just kind of maybe
You saw a picture actually, and you wanted to recreate
maybe YouTube or something. So yeah, we made that. And Lisa is wearing.
I'm wearing Charlie's hat. Charlie had this on one Halloween, and now he's sharing it with his mummy.
Charlie's looking for his hat right now. It's Halloween.
He's actually not. They're not too impressed when I dress them up.
Yeah, they're upset because we're not taking them out tonight. They've already been out for their trick or treat walk.
Yuki wanted nothing to do with going out this morning.
And we are a bit of a humbug when it comes to this is fun.
We're not humbug.
We don't do shelling out.
Our kids are grown now. We've been there, done that.
But the poor kids on the street that knock on the door.
And we have 4 dogs. We're risking a kid getting.
So there you go, kids. Don't come to our house because you ain't getting anything. So we're going to. I thought we'd just have a little bit of fun. We can share some of the things that we've experienced in the past for Halloween. So do you want to share any Halloween stories? You got anything in your little hat?
Oh my goodness. We had 4 kids for Halloween. And it was always an adventure.
It was 4 kids.
Getting them fed and dressed up
in costumes
was always.
And I think we pretty much always made something for them. I don't remember going to the store and buying too much.
No, we never really did.
Man, okay.
We had all kinds of stuff.
So do you remember when Eric was he was in grade school for sure. He must have been like 8 or 9, and he wanted to go as a girl.
Oh, yeah.
So we dressed him up as a girl. So you put the makeup on him and everything, and then when he looked in the mirror, he freaked out because I guess he got really scared that he looked like a girl. He looked too much like a girl.
He did. He looked totally like a girl.
He looked like his aunt. He looked just like his aunt. Because you're genetically attached with looks and stuff, and he looked just like one of his aunts, and I was like, holy, and he freaked out. So I don't think he went.
He did go out for Halloween, but he took off the makeup. I think he just wore the wig. It was pretty funny. Anthony.
Yeah, that was great.
Anthony went as a taxman once.
A taxman with all the.
That was funny, and a bum.
The bills.
When we put coffee on his chin. He remembers that. He said it looked cool, but it was really itchy.
I remember when Eric and Gregory were really young, their grandmother made them clown suits. They were like the classic old school clown, like you would see at an old circus for like maybe 100 years ago. No, not the Stephen King, no it stuff, but they were really cool costumes. So the kids, but since the kids have moved out, we decorate the dogs up for Halloween. So they've had some.
Oh, we do Halloween, we do Christmas, we do.
Yeah, so that was that wasn't Charlie's hat. That wasn't Charlie's hat.
It was.
Did he wear that once?
Yeah, he did. We have a picture somewhere.
He had a little black one.
He had a little top hat.
Benny went as a Mexican.
Yeah,
can't do that anymore.
His first Halloween,
can you dress up as a Mexican?
He had a little Mexican hat on. He was not happy. This is Yuki's actually first Halloween.
You could dress up as a Mexican with a big cardboard thing that looks like a wall, and you're kind of looking over the edge of it. That would, and the other person could go as Trump.
That's horrible.
That's a great idea.
Horrible.
Oh man. Next year for Halloween, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
no.
as the Wall
No, he's not.
and a Mexican,
I guarantee
and you
he's
can go
not.
as Trump.
Not a chance in hell. Mm-mm.
So yeah, what other costumes? Oh, what was Roxy? Roxy was a little princess, no?
Roxy was Minnie Mouse,
Minnie Mouse. That's right. We'll have
and
to dig these pictures up and put them on the website.
she was a little ballerina.
I'm drinking my caffeine.
Yuki has to have her Halloween costume put on.
Yuki went out today dressed up for her walk as a unicorn, and we have pictures of that.
I didn't put her hat on. It doesn't count. It was just a sweater.
Well, but she had her hat on in the house when we took a picture.
Yes, she's so cute.
Yep. They didn't get any treats though. We'll have to give them treats later. Oh, I forgot to keep. We were gonna have our keto chocolate treats. They were from Costco. Lisa bought a bag of keto certified. I don't know who is certifying this stuff out there, but what a whole bunch of garbage that is. The keto certified.
They really should certify more chocolate.
Who certifies it? Oh, marketing sucks. So I was going to share a couple of old stories. Actually, we had a Halloween party here years ago.
Yeah.
And we were playing Rock Band. Back in the Rock Band Guitar Hero days.
That's when we went as Batman and Catwoman.
Yeah, that's right. They were great costumes. And we lent them out to somebody and we never got them back. Don't lend stuff out, especially costumes, because you spend a lot of time looking, where's that costume? Oh, we lent it to somebody and never got it back. So kids, don't lend your stuff out. And don't lend out your costumes.
Really?
Actually, it might not fit me now. I was Fat Man back then. I wasn't.
Yeah,
I was Fat Man.
thinking that actually. It was
I
a
was Fat
large or
Man.
an extra large.
And you had this, like, Catwoman was like this.
We have a picture somewhere.
Catwoman was like this kinky latex suit.
Kinky
God,
latex?
that could have gone. That suit could have gone. That costume could have gone anywhere. It was that skin tight bondage, rubbery.
It wasn't
thing.
bondage. It was.
But it could have been. You could have changed it up. If you'd have got rid of the cat ears.
Don't go there.
And a ball gag, and you would have had the whole completely different costume. You could have got twice the run out of the costume.
Yeah, not going there.
But no, that never happened. Don't get excited. It didn't happen. So I've got some Halloween facts. Oh, actually, I was going to talk about a Halloween adventure I had when I was a teenager. We took a bunch of us. We went out to this house they had at Steele's, if anyone can remember this. Warden and Steele's, and they had a whole house, and I think a university owned the old house, and they would fix it up as a haunted house. Now, this was before regulations and stuff like that. So they're not like today. It's all got to be, friggin'. You probably have a Halloween.
Well, they do have Halloween.
You probably have a Halloween room now with a sensory room over in the corner in case you get freaked out.
People that don't want to be scared have to wear glow-in-the-dark necklaces or something.
Oh, Siri again. Did someone say... Oh, you said scared. Now I got Joe Rogan on. I got Siri going. Let's shut the phone off.
Somebody forgot to turn off their...
Oh, I know. Siri. I must say Siri. Oh, I said it again. She can't hear me now. So, yeah. So we went up to Warden and Steele's and took a carload of people. A few cars went and took all these people up there. And it was pretty scary. You go in and people were like grabbing you. It was like chaos. But one of the people that came with us, this one girl, I won't mention her name, though I should. One of the girls that came got drunk before we went. So we were driving back. I was driving her back in my car, and she threw up all over my car, and it was raining out, like pouring rain by now. So the windows, it was absolutely a mess. So we had to take her home. Now, obviously drinking underage, we had to take her home, but her clothes, she had puked all over her clothes. So I went to my house, and my sister gave her a whole bunch of her clothes. And then I dropped her off at her house, and she went in, and her parents were waiting for her in the living room, which they always did. And here she is in my sister's clothes. I was like, there were some really chaotic days back then, but that was one of my favorite Halloween. That was one of my, there was, and there was some Halloween. There were some Halloween parties. There were some crazy stories. Let's do some Halloween questions. Is the pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable?
Vegetable.
It's a fruit.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
just like a tomato is a fruit.
Yeah, no, it's a fruit. Okay, so Halloween colors, black and orange. Orange stands for harvest and black signifies death.
Well, Halloween is the dead coming.
What do people bob for on Halloween?
Apples. Apples.
I'm sure they bob for some other things at some of those Halloween parties. What else we got here? How many colors are there in a pack of M&Ms?
I think there's 4? 5? 4.
25.
Seriously?
It says 25.
I must be getting the wrong M&Ms.
Yeah, 25.
I must seriously be getting the wrong M&Ms.
There's some more here. Hold on. So what do you want to tell the wonderful people?
I don't know.
Oh, I gotta get... Oh, how many people were killed in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie with a chainsaw?
Oh, I never watched that. I
Take
can't
a
do
guess. How many
scary.
people would have been killed with a chainsaw in that movie?
All of them?
Just one.
What?
Apparently only one person was killed with the chainsaw.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Wasn't such a massacre?
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Oh, you know what?
I know you don't like
do
scary movies.
But when we were young, my cousin, I won't say which one, was babysitting us.
Frankie.
No. My sister and I.
Joe.
And he decided that we could watch Carrie.
Joe was, right? Tony.
We're not saying names.
They're all bad apples, those guys. They're all bad.
Yeah. So we watched Carrie. I can't remember how old I was. Didn't sleep for weeks after that. It still scares the
Carrie
crap out of
was
me
awesome.
to watch it. Still scares me.
John Travolta was in that, right? John Travolta in Carrie?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think he was.
I don't know. It was scary. Regardless, didn't sleep for weeks. Thanks, cuz.
My scary movies, The Shining. I want to watch that again because we were talking about this the other
That
day
one
with some
freaks
friends.
me
Because they've
out.
got a new movie out, Doctor Sleeper, which is apparently based on the Shining.
Really?
Doctor Sleeper. It's
No.
out in the movies.
That scared
But we're
the
gonna go tomorrow night. We're gonna go
bejesus out of
see.
me.
We're gonna see the Joker because we haven't seen the Joker yet.
No, we haven't.
That's supposed to be scary. I think kind of dark. I
good.
don't know if it's no. I don't think it's scary. As more of it's a dark kind
That
of
means I get
dark
chocolate
movie.
and popcorn and
Yeah, you get that crazy.
overpriced.
You get
popcorn.
vegan butter, which means it's not good for you. It's all that. I don't think they have real butter there. It's all like some oil, for some field that they had to clear
It's
to
a
make.
treat.
It's Halloween.
Salty
Since we don't eat
and
a lot
buttery.
but we should have some sort of treat later.
We should. We'll have to go out to the store and get something.
Oh no, we're not doing that. We got that chocolate in the cupboard.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. Gotta have chocolates. What's the body count? What's the body count for the Halloween movie that were killed? 5 people and a dog. They killed the
A
dog,
dog?
in Halloween. A dog died?
Ugh.
Can't do that anymore today, can you?
Really?
Well, they didn't really kill it. It was an actor dog.
Ugh. Do you want to talk about it?
We can't talk about the acting dogs. Were we talking about acting the other day? We were talking about something like that. So some of the costumes that you've dressed up as, what are some of your favorites?
Me?
Was it Catwoman?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's good.
We used to dress up when I worked at Nob Hill Farms.
Oh yeah, I saw
That
some
was
pictures
fun.
recently.
Yeah, that was always fun.
When I was
I'll have to post that picture.
some of the things
It's
I've dressed up
hilarious.
for was some friends and I in grade 8 or grade 9, might have been pushing grade 9, we dressed up as Kiss.
Oh, cool.
And we went to Value Village or actually it was called the Goodwill back. It was Goodwill back then. We went there and we got all the clothes, and we had, like, I was Gene Simmons, so I had the scaled boots. So I had these big high heel boots, and
I would have
had
liked to
cut
see
out
that.
scales in cardboard and painted them like silvery color and put them all up the boots. They went all the way up. We
Right.
had the wings.
You have a picture of that somewhere?
I don't think we do.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah, shout out to Craig Lindsay, and I think it was Keith Sinclair, and there was one other guy who bailed on us. He was supposed to, some guy named John, I can't remember his last name, but he went out with his buddies from the football team. He was on the football team. He went to a different school, but he bailed on us. So he spent all summer making these costumes, and he got cold feet right at the end, and he bailed. So 3 KISS members.
That's pretty cool.
So KISS broke up on the night of Halloween. But yeah, I went out with some great costumes, and I did Bob and Doug.
Growing up, I remember us only making our costumes. We never really, my mom never went out and bought anything.
I know, and now you just go buy it. Buy plastic costumes.
We made everything.
Yeah, and everything's plastic. Like all these people that put in this crap on their front lawn.
Oh, a funny Halloween story. When we lived out in the country, we nobody came out there. It was so far out in the middle of nowhere.
Only guys with chainsaws.
So my 2 aunts dressed up. The very first year I think we were living up there, they dressed up and they knocked on our door. We all lived within walking distance of each other. It was pitch black outside, no street lights where we lived. So they knock on the door, and my mom answers the door, and she's completely shocked that there's actually trick-or-treaters at the door. So she's looking for treats to give them. And as she goes to put it in their bag, they grab my mom's arms and start pulling her outside. She was screaming. It was actually quite funny.
You got a sick family.
We do.
Like, oh.
It was funny.
I just thought of something. This wasn't a Halloween night.
It was funny.
This was a scary night for us. So a bunch of us, when we were in our teenage years, we used to go to this convenience store in Pickering because our friends worked there. There's 2 or 3 of them were there. So they were working. So we would just go hang out, eat candy, and just talk. And we would basically take over the convenience store. Well, we were coming home from there one night. And we were driving along, going to drop someone off. And we were coming up to my house. I think it was my turn to be dropped off. And we lived in Highland Creek, Scarborough. And some guy runs out in the car in front of us, which was 2 of our friends who were driving in an old Dodge Dart. And the guy jumped out in front of them. And it was so scary. He had long black hair. We couldn't really see him, but he looked drunk. So they went around him while we were in this little Mini. And we got up to the guy, and the guy driving, he stops in the road. This guy's got a knife.
What?
He's got, his hair's all over the place. He's got blood on his face. He's obviously been in some sort of fight. He's completely out of it. And he gets on the front of the car and he says, I need a ride up to the Penthouse, which was a bar in our neighborhood. It was like a strip joint. He wanted a ride up there. And we're like, no, you can't get in. And I'm going to my buddy. I'm going, go, go, go. Well, it was a little Mini. It was a standard. And he froze. So this guy goes, I'll just sit on the hood. I just want to ride. And I go, go. So finally, he starts driving the car. Now, Buddy is trying to get in the driver's side door.
Oh, my God.
So he's got his hand in this. Now, a Mini's small, so the door handle's kind of small. So he's got his hand in the door handle, and the car's moving, and he's still running now beside the car. And I'm going, go, go, go. So Buddy's freaking out and starts speeding up. Buddy's now being dragged by the car.
God.
Then all of a sudden he lets go. But when he let go, his legs must have went under the car. And we felt this like bump. And when you're in a Mini, if you drive over someone's legs in a Mini, you're going to, trust me, you've driven over the legs.
Oh my God.
So then we look back. He's laying in the road. We turn the corner. We go to his house. There's blood down the side of the car from the guy who was cut. So we get there and he goes, oh, what am I going to do? And I go, got to tell your mom and dad. He goes, oh, I don't know if I can. I go, you're going to have to. There's a guy back there. So finally we told his mom and dad, both school teachers. And they said, well, we got to call the police. So we called the police, told them what happened. So the police, I guess they had the guy picked up. And they said he was all right, which means he was probably breathing. And they said, it's a good job you did call the police, because it could have been classified as a hit and run, even though you had this story. But at least you told us a story and it all matches up to what happened. But man, that was scary.
Oh, I
thought
bet.
this guy. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a crazy story. But we had that stuff happen in our neighborhood.
And I had the crazy family.
Well, they were friends. That was my family.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we did any Halloween stuff. I don't know if we did any Halloween stuff back then. As a family, I don't think we did. We didn't carve a pumpkin this year.
No, we didn't
I used to
last year either.
I used to like doing that. I used to like.
We have a cool picture of the kids doing it, though, when they were little.
If you see a spider on Halloween, that means it's the spirit of a loved one looking over you. Like that's.
A spider.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one on my hat.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I've never encountered anything.
So you might believe in them?
Well, if it was proof to me that I'd much rather.
There's no ghost.
No
Trust me,
ghosts?
there's no ghosts. You'd have seen one by now.
Would I?
Well,
How?
yeah. Well, if a ghost, what would a ghost be? What is a ghost? A ghost
spirit.
is a past spirit. You know how many people have died on this planet? You know how many ghosts there would have to be floating around?
I don't know.
It's funny. Only the same wackos keep seeing the ghosts.
You can't call people wackos just because they don't agree with your theory of life.
It's a ghost.
Who knows what they experienced? It's their experience. It doesn't make them.
A mental experience.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's something they experience.
So they're not wackos?
No.
Okay, so for all you believers in ghosts out there, I'm sorry I called you a wacko.
You should apologize.
But they should see somebody if they're seeing ghosts.
Stop it!
If you're seeing ghosts, you need to see somebody. You
Okay,
do.
next
If you see ghosts, there's something not right.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Boo! Lisa's getting mad at me. You have friends that have seen ghosts? Family members. Those family members have seen ghosts. I know it. Oh, Italians. Italians see ghosts, for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
So now you're moving on, right?
Yeah, Italians
Move
and
on.
ghosts. But yeah, but wouldn't it be cool though if there
No.
was? If you saw a ghost, if someone really saw a ghost, if someone saw a ghost, they would be in such
Not
a mess.
necessarily seeing a ghost. It's not like a
Like, if you
ghost
were-
floating
if-
around a
if
room.
I
It's
was in the bedroom,
situations happening.
if I was in my bedroom tonight, laying there in the bed, and all of a sudden I look over and there's this thing.
You don't actually see
Standing
a
at the
thing.
bed.
It's situations that happen.
You don't see anything. I'm just saying, if you did see visioned a ghost sitting there, if you did see a ghost, you would be so scared. I'd want out of this house in a flash. I wouldn't want to go back in. But people say, oh yeah, I saw a ghost last night in my house. If someone comes walking through your house and it's a ghost, if it was reality, but you know it, part of your brain knows it's not reality, you're not moving out.
Well, it's not going to hurt you.
How do you know? I saw a ghost. Yeah, there was this thing standing over the side of my bed. It looked like a skeleton, and it was white and everything like that.
You
And
can't-
so what'd you do?
no,
I just
you're
rolled over and
missing
went
the-
back to bed.
You're missing the whole point.
We'd have 4 dogs barking at it if it was real. That's why we don't see ghosts. The dogs are there.
Dogs keep them away.
Charlie, you see that? I don't see anything.
They're too busy snoring.
But yeah, they're not out there. So we're not shelling out candy.
Or not.
So should we get out of our outfits? Because I'm telling you right now, this scarf's getting a little bit warm in here. So I need another cup of coffee. We are going to sign off. We'd like to thank everybody for listening to our podcasts, our trailer, and our first 2 episodes. And now we have episode 3, which is our Halloween. And we are going to put this up on YouTube. So for you listening who want to see our great costumes,
have a safe Halloween night if you're taking your trick-or-treaters out for candy.
Also, now I got to race to get it up there because you said, oh, we got to get this done now. I got to edit it. Holy mackerel. Got to work hard now. Put it together. But everyone wants to see gorgeous Lisa over there in her costume.
Yeah.
They ponytails?
Yeah. Look.
What's
Little
that?
baby ones.
Got a mole?
Yes.
It's like Madonna. All right, folks, we're out of here. Bye.